get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. What? Everybody get your fucking hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Everybody, everybody, everybody.
Welcome everybody to the only show out there that gives you all the best. What now? Who? No, not now. Okay, welcome everybody to the only place that gives you all the festival information you're looking for, the Festival Addicts. Hi, Precious. How you doing?
Hi, Bernard. Oh, I'm supposed to say hi to Pooja. Hi, Pooja.
Hey, Marvin.
Hey, take it back to Bernard.
What? How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well out there. We have two ghosts out there also haunting us this Halloween episode because you're currently in Shrek's. See, Shrek's. I'm doing the Shrek's swamp thing right now. We are two ghosts, Monique, your Mocha Princess, and Olu. Hi, our ghost.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So today we're going to do a couple of things, but first and foremost, I want to make sure Precious gets her time. We're going to do a talk about EDM drive-in, right?
That's right.
Okay, where's it going to be at this time?
Well, it's in San Antonio. It is at the stadium. There's 2 different nights, but it's a weekender. So we're going to have, the first day is going to be a comedy show, and it's also going to be a sing-along for, what is that movie? I should know this.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes, I've never actually seen it. So
how did you not see that movie?
I don't know, I was scared of everything as a kid, so I didn't want to watch it. I know it's not like technically scary, but it was kind of raunchy, so I was afraid to watch it.
That's why I didn't watch it either, because it was like too raunchy for me.
Yeah, I was a big Christian girl back then. So
my mom took me when I was 10 to go see it.
You guys, that's actually true. She was like not the same Precious back then.
Oh.
When I was 10 years old, my mom took me to a midnight show on a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No.
Yeah.
I saw mine in downtown LA.
Yeah.
That's dirty.
Yeah, it was a bit much for me. So like, I just couldn't do it, but I'm excited. I'm actually going early. I'm going to be going Thursday morning and going to be checking it all out. So I'll be doing social media. So be sure to check that out. There's going to be fireworks. There's going to be performers. They actually even added 2, like the first, I think 2 rows. There's going to be pods and they're going to be golf carted around. So there's like a haunted like drive-through like while you're waiting. There's even like going to be photos taken right before, so like you'll get like a commemorative photo that you could like post later. There's 2 different nights. The first night's bass night, which Pooja would love if she was coming, and the second night is more EDM because you know that's my life. But I think everything's going to be really cool in general. There's also like this way that you could donate food to EDM drive-in, and then you get like these cool like things in return. So definitely hit them up with all the details for the different activities. They're calling it the EDM weekender. So I'm pretty excited to be going because I missed the last one, but I swore I would not miss this one.
That's awesome. Who's playing? Do you remember? Or did you say that?
No. So some people that are playing on the EDM / house night, we have Cash Cast, Henry Fong, we have Lady Faith, and then on the other night, I think it's etc. Virtual Riot. Is it Crisley?
Yep.
Coast Club. You see, I'm not a bass head, so like it doesn't stick in my head, so I have to like take a look. So maybe my eyes might be open for the first time, but don't hold your breath.
Some other fun facts is Electric Fiesta, which is the promoter putting on this event, is really trying to be like San Antonio and Texas's new premier EDM promoter. So they've also incorporated a lot of local DJs too, and they ran a local DJ contest. And a lot of those winners are going to be featured in the drive-in too. So it's not just a lot of the big names, but you'll get a lot of the local San Antonio and Texas artists as well.
That's awesome. I mean, that is really, the best part about that is you're bringing people that know the area, so they bring in their friends to come with you to see if you do a good job. So it's amazing they're going to make sure they have that stranglehold on San Antonio and keep giving you guys amazing events out there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. And there's like a hotel accommodation. So like if you're coming from out of town, look on the website. We have it up on our newsfeed to get more information on like where to stay because I believe it's pretty close to the venue.
Great. Do you figure out did they give us a menu yet? A way you can order for food? Because that's the most important thing we need to know about.
I'm assuming there is, but you know me, I'm very cheap. I never buy food. You guys always disappointed because I'm like the only thing I'm gonna buy is nachos. If there's nachos, I'll definitely buy them. One time, like at one festival, I went back and got a second thing of nachos, and it was like the full Monty one. So I'm assuming there's going to be, but I'm not 100% sure about the details. But I'll report back once it's done.
I just want you to buy a hot dog and waste sticks. We know you're not going to eat it. Just tell us.
No, I want her to be able to buy her 2 nachos. Like, I'm sad I didn't even get to hear about that story of the double nachos.
If they were really good nachos. Snow Globe has the best like setup for their food. They have everything that has to be compostable. So like there's like almost zero waste when it comes to like the vendors, but they have really good nachos. And I went back there like, you're back again. And I was like, don't judge me. It was really good.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to hear you. We can't wait to hear your wonderful stories about telling us how awesome it was in San Antonio and having a good time. Going back, raving again.
I want to hear about the haunted tunnel. Make sure you take plenty of pictures of that. That seems really like different. It sounds like they're doing like a lot of cool different stuff with the haunted tunnel, the fireworks, swag bags. So make sure you I don't know. I want pictures of all that stuff. You know me.
Oh, absolutely. I want to be documenting it very closely on social media. So don't you worry, Pooja. You are not going to miss one thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Precious just and for everyone listening right now, so Migs he chimed in and said a curated list of food trucks is coming very soon. So they have a couple more days before they have to get it out. So that'll be pretty exciting.
Migs, Precious needs to have a front of the line pass for the vegan one.
You can be vegetarian too.
You allow cheese. Okay.
I can't give up cheese. Are you kidding? Nachos.
Right.
On,
My bad. That's oversight on my bad for not paying. That's whatever.
The shame.
So let's say hi to everybody out there watching our show. Migs, how you doing? Cheddar Hines, how you doing? Skylar, as always, Haboobies, Hardwood Floors. Kelly, shouldn't you be seeing a guy press the play button, doing play over and over again? Or no, fun. That's the song he plays. Fun at the beginning and fun at the end. And everybody else out there, thank you for turning into us. Remember, hit the notification button so you can see us when we go live every single time. So, is there anything else you want to tell us about EDM Drive-In?
There's still tickets available. So again, we have all the links located on our newsfeed. I highly recommend it. If you're in the San Antonio area or even surrounding areas, I say a great way to, safely, get into the spirit of raves. Like we haven't been able to go to festivals in a long time. So I feel like this is a great option. They've gone through every single procedure to make sure that everyone's really safe. They're cleaning the restroom after every use.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
they're going through great lengths, just making sure that it's very safe. So if you don't have Halloween plans, it's a good way to go.
I hear they have a costume contest too. Are you going to dress up for Halloween, Precious?
Oh, girl, you already know, but I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you what it is, though.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait. Stay tuned on our social media, I guess.
I mean, I still need 2 more because I'm going on Thursday, so I'm going to need 2 more. I got 2 down, 2 to go. One I created myself. It's going to be really good, but I haven't showed you that one. It's going to be nice.
Skylar's asking for you to record some Lady Faith for him, please.
I will absolutely do that, Care Bear.
They have a lot of women on that lineup. They did a good job. So
They
like
did.
Lady Faith Roll is a woman. The local artist Lil Fox is a woman. They did a good job. They got a lot of women on that lineup.
I know like half of the artists, so I'm really looking forward to exploring different ones because the last time I went to a road rave, the one that we went to in Arizona with 7 Lions, like I've never even seen 7 Lions, and now I can say I'm a fan. I never seen 7 Lions. And who was it? A few Wooly and Dero. I think I may have heard Dero before, but I actually really became like actual like interested in their music. So who knows? How hard is Virtual Riot and et cetera, et cetera? Let me know. Should I be scared?
Riot's heavier, but you won't. It's not like Excision.
They'll be fine. Excision's not that bad. I like his visuals. I mean, I can actually sit through Excision. About
Then
half.
yeah, you'll like Virtual Riot.
I'm scared. It'll be fun though.
And of course, it's going to be a great time. We get to get back. It's amazing that we get to get back and still have a party and still be able to go out and see people and dance and be part of what we're doing forever. Get to a sense of normalcy. So it's great. Well, we can't wait to hear from you again, Precious, and telling us all the new awesome stuff happening at this event. So I know you have a heart out real soon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, Precious. Before you leave, tell
Yes.
everybody where they can follow you to see all the adventures from EDM Drive-In.
Well, obviously, you need to follow Festival Addicts at Festival Addicts 24/7. But you can also follow me at Precious_star_Moreno. And they'll see it.
Okay.
We definitely can't wait. Thank you so much for being on, and we hope you'll be able to join us next week to tell us all about it.
Absolutely. I'll be a little
All right.
dead, but I can do it.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. All right. Thank you, Precious, so much.
Bye, everyone.
Have a
Bye,
good one.
Precious. All right, now she's gonna have a great time, and that's gonna be amazing. Just EDM Drive has been doing good stuff all the time, so she's gonna enjoy it. I can't wait for a recap. And now we got to talk about the Arizona show, right? Marvin, you were there again?
Yes, hi.
You just like driving out to Arizona, don't you, bro?
I love Arizona. If you guys have not been to Arizona, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It has to be a must on your list because the vibes in Arizona are so different. It's so vibey. People are just super nice. And I think that sometimes Arizona doesn't get the credit they deserve, which is something that why I love going to Arizona, and Pooja knows. I love Arizona, and that's why I even work with Relentless, doing like ground control and stuff like that, just because it's such a family feeling, and just
You went as ground control this weekend, right? And they
Yeah.
called them Relentless Rangers. Is that
Yeah,
the name
yeah.
of the program?
yes, we're the
What is
Relentless.
that like?
It's really fun. Honestly, it's a very it's such a like close family feeling. We're always we have our own little group chat where we keep in contact. Shanta, she's in charge of the Rangers. She is literally our Rave mom, and honestly, being able to be back and work the event and just see everyone just so excited and always telling us, hey, thank you for everything that you do, and then just enjoying the show. And honestly, just to be back. Like I love attending events, but also I think it's also rewarding just giving back to the community and working the events, just because it gets you both sides of the whole show, because like I said before, I've attended events in Arizona with the whole drive-ins. So being back and just seeing how much work really goes into it, it's really good. And I just think that Relentless doesn't get the credit they deserve for that.
I got a question, Marvin. So now, as a Relentless Ranger, what new things you got to do or worry about with the COVID? I mean, they give you anything extra? Like, you walk around with mask?
Yeah, so our number one thing is always having our mask on. When we are helping someone, we do have our little green backpacks, and we have gloves, we have extra masks if someone, rips their mask or stuff like that. Our goal is always, walking the pods, making sure everyone has their mask on, reminding them to keep their mask on. Also, if you don't belong in that pod, sending them to their pod. Especially we have a thing where if we ask you more than once or twice, like, okay, fine. But on the third time, we bring security and we're like, hey, we're already letting them know they need to put their mask on. And if you don't have your mask on, security has zero tolerance, and you're out. It's just at the end of the day, we want to keep the music going. I know I missed music so much, and we just got to keep it going. And and then at the same time also, just helping out everybody. And they actually do keep us safe. We do have little hand wash stations, which all of them have water. There's always our hand sanitizers. We have soap to wash our hands, and we also have a fogger. So if anybody comes and lays down on our medical beds, we have a fogger that cleans and sanitizes the beds. So they are taking really, really, really precaution all of that, especially the security and staff going through the whole system. They are very, very, very zero tolerance and making sure everyone does have their mask on. And that's something that's very important.
That's really good that you say that, because I remember we had somebody that chimed in the last time about how people were jumping pods. So you guys were there to stop that type of mess happening again, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's something that's gonna happen. Let's being realistic. Some people
break the rules. You can't police everybody.
Yeah, but our goal is, I mean, like I tell people, just have your mask on. Period. You know, if you are gonna jump to another pod, just have your mask on. The worst thing I hate seeing is literally crowds of people that you might not even know and no one wearing a mask, and I'm just like, you know, then you wonder why.
Honestly, the idea of having the Relentless Rangers there makes me feel a lot better about events. Just because you guys are enforcing some sort of rule, the idea that, you know, that at least somebody's sitting there saying, listen, if you're going to party safe and responsibly, and
Yeah.
let's make sure that you're not trying to spread this around anymore. That gives me hope for the future. Honestly, I love the idea of it.
Pod rave that person went to didn't have the Relentless Rangers. I think they weren't covering every single event since COVID. I think Marvin, they only started utilizing the Rangers like recently, right?
No,
They
the
didn't
Rangers,
utilize-
the Rangers have been there since the first drive-in.
Oh, really?
The
Okay,
Rangers,
then never mind.
the Rangers have been there since the first drive-in. It started with maybe like using a little bit of Rangers, you know, because we just didn't know what was gonna be, and then little by little, we're having like 6 to 8 Rangers per event.
They're
So-
like the Power Rangers, guys.
Yeah, literally, it's like the little green Rangers. Yeah,
The green outfits. If you
I'm
ever
the-
see the neon green Power Rangers in Arizona,
I'm
guys.
the Ranger, and that's on period. No, I'm just kidding. but yeah, I honestly like even now for the Insomniac drive-ins, they're using ground control also to their on their events too. So I think it's nice. I think it's nice to just be able to work the events. You know, whether you're ground control or you're the Rangers or just performers. You know, you have the opportunity to work, and I think that we all have to be. I mean, yes, you know, we always hear about it that drive-ins suck or this and that, but like I tell people, until you really, really, really go and enjoy either a drive-in or a pod, you really can't judge it upon what you see on the screens, because seeing it on TV or seeing it on people's social media is not the same as actually being there.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, if you can't keep a mask, then this is not the right time for you to be out there partying.
Right.
You know,
that one little thing we asked for, wear a mask.
yeah, and it's not that hard. I mean, I'm a big girl, so if I could wear a mask and be able to breathe and dance and shake my booty, so can you. Period.
Fair. So how was the event though? I mean, you were there for EPROM and Kai Watch.
Yeah, so EPROM Company and Black AM performed on Friday night, and they were really cool. EPROM threw it down. Of course, Company, you know, had it going. Saturday night was actually my favorite night because Kaiwachi was just
Kaiwachi's
live.
lit.
Kaiwachi was live,
You
and
have Kaiwachi show.
and one of so Ray got to see Kaiwachi going to the gas station, so that was fun. And then Subdocta was really cool. But Black AM though, if you guys have not heard Black AM, he's from Vegas. He is literally dope.com. So that guy threw it down. That house vibe, it was just, you know. So literally Saturday, you had that feeling of like hardstyle / house music, you know, bass. So it was kind of nice, the mixture. And then, you know, Friday was more like the wubs and, you know, that bass. But
what you would expect, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly though, for me, Saturday night was the best night. The vibes, the people, it was just boom.
That's awesome. I'm liking the idea. You said the house music. I want to go to a house.
Yeah,
music
literally,
so
it was so good. And then Nghtmre was good. You can sense, like I said on the last time, you can sense how much DJs miss being like with us, you know, and just
yeah. Nghtmre is one of those like performers that thrives off the crowd. So
Yeah.
he's young. He's not. I don't think he's 30 or he's barely 30 or he's younger. Like he's between upper 20s and, you know, younger 30s. He has a lot of energy left. So,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like these guys that still like are in their prime want to get back out there while they still have stamina.
Yeah, and I think that's where one thing I noticed, like he was just so into it, and especially when DJs take that time to just be like, I missed you guys, you know, I love you guys, and especially just throwing out new music that they've been working on during this whole quarantine. I think that's really cool too, because you can really see and feel how much they're changing, or like even like just adding to
Who
the
they
tracks that you've been waiting for. So honestly, it was really cool to see a lot of like unreleased music from a lot of these artists, and just to like get that vibe back, like that was really cool.
Good. That sounds like a great time. Just a great event all around. But we know they've been killing stuff. Relentless Beast's been killing it for a while. They've been doing really good events, really good participation, making sure you have a good time. So they're ahead of the game on the drive-in stuff. So
Yeah, and then that's one thing. I mean, so now they even fixed the. So now they have the thing where everyone can bring in their water cases, so they can bring their waters, and a case of water, whatever they want, as long as it's sealed. They can do that.
What I was going to ask. What improvements have they made over each product? Yeah.
So now they have. So one thing is, of course, everyone knows. If you don't know yet, when you go to Arizona Raves, you do have to have a clear bag, meaning your bag has to be clear. Don't bring your hydro pack because we don't have water stations. But you can bring if you want to bring a whole case of waters, you're allowed to do that. If you want to bring just your 2 jugs or whatever water you drink, you're allowed to do that. And then when you come in, you'll get your temperature checked. You'll get your wristband if you're 21 and over. Then you'll go through security. Security will search you. They wear gloves and they're still like searching you. Then after that, you send out one person who bought the ticket to get all your wristbands. You'll get your wristbands, you put it on, and then on the wristband, it tells you the aisle. Then it tells you like B90 and then your pot number. And then you get a little baggie with 5 water bottles and 5 bags of chips. Before, the first times they were actually putting them at the pots, but now they're doing it where as you're coming in, they're giving you the bag of chips.
Right. And yes, people don't go jump and steal another bags of chips. I don't know.
Because I saw that a lot at Keizo, but we don't speak of that moment anymore. And then now, so now what they have a new system to deliver food. So now, before, I don't know if you guys, Pooja, when you guys went to like the events, have you been to one of them? So you know how before you had to like write in your section on the notes? That doesn't happen anymore. So now literally when you scan, you just make your order and then they have their own new system that they figured out where everything's going to be delivered. So things were getting delivered properly on time. I was asking people because you know me, I like to be nosy and I like to make sure they're doing something.
You want to learn.
I was telling people, and it's Christian and the other helpers, like they did order food. Christian said that to get his drinks and his food took less than 5 minutes. And the people were really nice and all this stuff. And then when I took my lunch, I actually went to the back and kind of saw how they were doing the food ticketing and stuff like that. So the new system is working so much better. You know, you're able to get merch. They had Nghtmre merch available, flags, beanies, the pashimas, all that stuff. They had all the drinks available, White Claws, your alcoholic drinks. They had sodas, you know, and then they had the little chicken tenders. They had a burrito, tacos. They had hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs. So honestly, Relentless is doing such a better job now. And you can tell, like everyone missed that. You know, security was literally like dancing 6 feet apart from people, like headbanging. Like you can tell that they have that passion to be there. Because we've been there before when you see security is just being like so strict.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I know during now the pandemic we need to be stricter than ever. But it was just nice to just see security just like letting loose, like you know, people were trading candy to securities, but they weren't trading, but they were just throwing it to them.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was nice. I mean, it's Relentless. Their issues, Relentless really did fix their issues, and that's something that I'm really, really proud that they did. And exactly when they apologized after the Keizo show, saying that they were going to work on it, they did it, and they're still working on things, but they continue to provide us with great service, and I think that's very important, especially now because we have options to go to drive-ins, we have options to go to pods shows, and I think that if you haven't tried Relentless, or if you have in the past, give them another chance because you won't be disappointed.
I think that's one of the promoters that have really, really taken an active, like Thomas Turner's taken an active role in social media to engage with as many people as possible for ideas on how to improve and what lineups people like, everything. From A to Z, if you have something to say, he'll listen to you.
Yes, like, and that's one thing I've noticed too, like he's always listening to everybody, reposting your videos. He's always, you know, there's times when I went to Keizo, I was like, dude, thank you so much for having Keizo, and and he's just like, you know, thank you for just being there. And the fact that he knows people that keep coming on, and I think that's really important because I mean, Pasquale does the same thing. Not talking anything bad about Pasquale.
Promoters are nothing without their community, and like honestly, at the end of the day, we can't all travel for all of these, and right now we shouldn't be traveling for these, right? So like maybe we should be supporting our local promoters, or for those of us who have those dreams, now's the time to be a promoter, especially if your community doesn't have a promoter, right? I've seen events in Alabama be successful in the pandemic. Sacred Hive is crushing it. I've seen promoters in Illinois like crush it. Nghtmre Theater, Lakeside Drive-In. Now's the time to make moves, because like there aren't really, like, it took Insomniac this long to start doing drive-in raves.
Yeah, there ain't nothing in Seattle, so just give me some time.
State needs to, you know, make sure it's legal, but then at the end of the day, it's important to put our health and safety first.
Right. Again, I'm just impressed with the Ranger idea, where they're making sure if you have a mask, make sure you're partying safely, make sure we're not trying to make sure they're not spreading the Rona around. And
Yeah.
that's the best part about it. I cannot wait to get back to a Relentless Beats event now. Can't wait.
Yeah, and honestly, like the Rangers are well known, just like ground control. Like I've met friends who I'm still friends with after a year of being a Ranger, and I go to events and they're like, "Hey, I remember you. Like you saved my life," or "Hey, you did this, you did that," and it's just so cool because Arizona is such a small community, like a rave community, that they know one another, and that's like one thing that I love about that it has that home feeling, you know, and then being part of like the Rangers and like getting that feeling is just awesome. Because Shanta literally is our Ranger mom. She is literally like a badass. Like she goes around and just like everyone knows her. They're like Shanta, Shanta, Shanta. They're like, and it is just cool because you get that. It's nice to know that people remember you for what you do, and it's nice to
contribute in a community that you love too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing I love about it, because I love partying and I love going to raves, but I also love taking a day off and just enjoying and just taking care of everyone, and still be part of the show, and that's one thing that we love.
That's awesome. So, Marvin, you had a great time. Pooja, you got to see Major Lazer like 2 exits from where my house is at, which makes me hate you so much. So go ahead, make me jealous right now. How was it?
Yeah. So myself, Kelly, who is usually on the show, but today she and Daniela are out enjoying Cascade out in Anaheim. So myself, Kelly, and Devin went with Edwin to Major Lazer Diplo out in Riverside at the Ruby Doo Drive-In. That venue traditionally is a drive-in movie theater venue. It does
Swap meet.
Full of concerts. Traditionally, when they do shows, there are 2 shows a day, just like this one was. So there's usually a show at 6 and a show at 9. They don't have this type of a crowd usually for these types of shows, so I don't think they're infrastructure-wise prepared for the like audience of people for the second show and like how early they came and the line and the traffic. But I was intelligent enough to go to the first show right early, and so I cannot give you any negative criticism about my experience. But alas, if you look elsewhere, you might hear people who are saying otherwise. You're going to hear very, very positive things from me because I had a blast. I got there early, and I strategized to have a very successful night, and I deserved it.
That's awesome. So I know where the Rubidoux Drive-In's at. Last time I was there, I saw Ready Player One. That's how long ago this was.
I don't know.
I'm right now trying to figure out how was logistics getting into that drive-in, because the streets are not made for that many people, or did they at least?
So I did the early show. I got there. The gates open at 5. They said the show was supposed to start at 6, which was not, or it was like a 6 p.m. show. The show started at 7 or 6:30, either 6:30 or 7, and then ended around 8:30. I want to say it ended at 8:30. So yeah, about 7:30 to 8:30 or 7 to 8:30ish. Like about an hour to hour and a half show. And Major Lazer was the only DJ, like the only set. There was no opener, no nothing else, which actually makes me feel good, because if Major Lazer is supposed to be touring like this back to back to back to back, and there's a group of them, then maybe they shouldn't be exposed to like a ton of extra people, right? And I'm pretty sure they're doing this tour on private jet or private bus and private jet, because there's so many of them, and it's just more like efficient that way. It's Diplo, right?
Yeah, Diplo and a whole bunch of other guys.
Yeah, it's Diplo, Walshy, Fire, and the third guy, who unfortunately only has 35,000 followers on Instagram, so I don't remember his name, and nor does anyone else. But and then the dancers are phenomenal. Like those women are very, very talented. I really liked that venue because there were large screens in the perimeter, so you could see everything from the screen up onto the stage, onto the screen, including like close-ups of the girls dancing, and it's dance hall music, so obviously like it's like a lot of booty shaking and a lot of twerking, but it's like very, very talented. It's not easy to dance like that. It takes a lot of stamina to dance like that. So it's like a very enjoyable concert, high energy. It's definitely, I thought it was going to be like a promo tour. Like, okay, he's only going to play the album and that's it. Music is the weapon. It wasn't. So he played a lot of old Diplo. Like he played Lean On. He played like, the Major Lazer classics, but he also played Music is the Weapon. I'm a big fan of a lot of the songs. There's a Hindi song on there, Jadi Butti, about smoking weed that I really like. I had mixed feelings about it at first, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, you know what? He's not wrong. So I think the album is phenomenal. Critics say that it's kind of backwards and that the best songs are Kekolo or Jadi Butti, and those should have been first. And I agree. The best songs are the songs not in English, and those songs should have been first. But I really like it. Diplo hires a lot of people of color. It's the most diverse event I've been to in a long time. Lots of people of all shapes, sizes, but like races. Like it was cool to see people singing in Spanish. I was singing in Hindi. Like people are singing in English. People are rapping along. Jamaican is like in and of itself that rapping style that like it's not just like English, right? Like the way they dance hall lyrics are, I don't know what the correct there's like a academic term for it, but like the way they speak in Jamaican dancehall music
Patois?
is English, huh?
The patois?
Yeah, patois. Yeah. So like it's like people were singing in that too. Like it was just a very like multicultural event. And you could feel it, even though you were stuck in your allotted spot. We had a pretty good view in slot A. There was food, and there were like local little like almost like pop-up stands by like almost like like a Mexican hot dog cart lady. It kind of felt like that. Selling food, popcorn, all of it was prepackaged, which was nice, except the churros were fresh. But otherwise, it was like prepackaged pork rinds, prepackaged chips, prepackaged candy, which I think in the pandemic I'm a fan of more prepackaged. But churros are fried, right? So anything hot, oil is going to kill the germs. At least that's what we say in India.
True that. Now.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. No complaints. In and out. Out took a little bit, but no worries. They told people last minute you were allowed to bring in alcohol and food. At first they said none, and then they allowed it. They didn't search at all. Which I think in the Rona, like you should, I don't know, man, we're adults. Like we paid to be there. Let us bring what we want to our car.
You're paying a lot of money to be there. Let's bring it along. Listen.
Yeah, we didn't pay that much, honestly. We had 5 people, and for section A, which is the second most expensive, it averaged out to $39 a person.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was really good, and we brought our own speakers, so it was sound through your own car. They didn't have speakers, but we brought it.
That's sound through your own car. So if you had a bump system, you weren't going to have a good experience like Skylar did the last time. So yeah. you guys brought a Bluetooth speaker and partied with it.
The large one, yeah, and our neighbors loved us, and like it was great.
All right, that's a good way to make friends. Honestly, if you have never seen Major Lazer live, that is a must-do by everybody. They are like the biggest party you want to do. Every time I see them, I'm always amazed. Like, how do you not stop this party? How do you stop these people just having a good time partying and screaming and dancing? Ask me if you see me later on, ask me my Coachella experience with Major Lazer, and that's like my favorite story of all time. Easily.
I'll be honest, if you have like self-esteem issues or if you doubt yourself, especially if you're a person of color, like you can listen to a lot of those songs like Believer or Can't Stop Us or like a lot of it, and you'll like just believe the lyrics that are being sung, especially since they're being sung by people of color, and you'll believe you'll believe in yourself. Like nobody can stop you, nobody can take away things from you. It doesn't matter if they try to burn you, like you could never burn. Sorry, I get emotional. Believer is one of my favorite songs.
You speak your mind,
like I really think that those songs are emblematic of the struggle, because they're by people who struggle. They're not like, Diplo's thrown his name on it because Diplo has a platform, but like he credits all of those people. So I really recommend it. It's a really good album, and if you're in a city that hasn't had the tour yet, like Charlotte or Texas, somewhere in Texas or something, or on the East Coast, then please go see it. It's a phenomenal show.
And bring your own speaker.
Bring your own if it requires it.
All right. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm jealous, so jealous that you got to see Major Lazer. That's just, I know you had so much fun. I know they're telling people to do ridiculous shit, like take off your shirt, throw it in the air, and jump around and stuff like that. And everybody was doing it. And that's just the power of Major Lazer. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. So we also want to talk about White Rabbit Halloween. That's happening this weekend, right?
Yes, upcoming events this weekend.
Yeah, upcoming events. Oh, wait, actually, wait. No. Wait, I'm going to push back. Let's talk about some news first. Let's get the news out there. I know we have a lot of fires going on right now in SoCal, and I hope everybody's safe from all that. Everybody I used to work with in the line side, well, Edison, I hope you guys are all safe too. I heard 89 mile per hour winds and things are happening. So are we looking at some cancellations in the future for some of these outdoor events for the drive-ins?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Is it still is it because of smoke, or is it because of the wind, or are we still having like just environmental problems all around?
It's just the wind, and then the smoke. Like you get, like especially me here in Costa Mesa, we're getting a lot of ashes and like heavy like fog because we're so close to it. So it's been a little concern, but I mean it's making everybody wear a mask, which is good.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you want to wear one.
Monique, what about you? Where are you located in proximity to this?
So right now I'm at the university. So I'm actually very far. I'm about 35, 40 minutes when there's absolutely nobody on the freeway. But we can actually, I was driving today and I can actually see the Silverado fire. Like I can see the smoke. And I'm like talking Riverside area. You can see it. So it's actually something to definitely be aware of. They've started doing major evacuations in the Irvine area as well as Silverado. Lake Forest, as of right now, has not had to evacuate, so that's good. But I mean, we have the Santa Ana winds happening right now, and that's what's making everything worse. So if it doesn't get in control, I can definitely foresee either venue changes or possibly postponements of the shows that are happening this weekend. Because I mean, even we have a pandemic right now, but you definitely do not want to be breathing any of the smoke or the ash or any of that. So the air quality is very, very bad right now. And you can't have an outdoor event with people outside partying with a mask on and not being able to breathe. So
yeah.
My 2 cents is if things don't get better, I think it would be in the best interest of all parties involved if they either reschedule or find a different venue.
Right. So you said it was a Silverado fire. Bernard mentioned the White Rabbit Group Halloween event happening. That's in Silverado. That's in the thick of it. So White Rabbit Group, who has unfortunately lost a lot of their social media handles as a result of an unfortunate misunderstanding of who they are. They do have their Twitter page. They're communicating on to as many people as they can on that Twitter. So if you're planning on attending their events, follow them on Twitter because that's where they're communicating with everyone right now. They're looking at backup alternate venues or postponing, but they're trying to keep people up to date as possible with what's going on. But there's a very good chance that event, because that is in the thick of it in Silverado, is going to have some updates. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's good. At least they're getting that communication still to make sure everybody knows what's happening when the events could happen. I'm just hoping for the best for you guys out there. Just the strong winds and fire are not a good mix. And it sucks because you guys are finally getting events back again. We're finally getting music back.
I think the other events that might be affected are the Cascade Drive-In, which Daniela and Kelly are at. We'll report back to see if they've had any malicious experiences. And then aside from the Cascade Drive-In, there's also Insomniac San Bernardino Drive-In that sold out with Joyride and Say My Name. I think those are the 3 events this weekend that would be primarily affected, but it doesn't look like the San Bernardino event's going to be hit bad.
Yeah, that's a little far away from most of the fires. And is the fire coming down to 15, or is it over in the Silverado's over in Orange County though, right?
The 57.
Yeah, it's over in Orange County.
Yeah, and then the other one's like right down to 55.
Yeah. So, again, I hope everybody stays safe. Hope these events can go off. Hope we get the fires down. Thank you, firefighters. Thank you, electricians, doing what you got to do to make sure we're safe. Another thing we got to talk about is Home Base, an event we've been to a couple of times, is doing a venue change in Orlando. From what I remember, they were supposed to have an event where people are outdoors on their balcony trying not to fall off, and now they're moving it indoors.
It is no longer vertical. We are now horizontal, which is where we were the entire time.
Wow. Are they moving it to a pod experience instead of having people on their balcony, or what?
So, and I believe it's on site or like not on site, but like it's like the same. I don't know where it is, but there's the hotel and then there's the venue. I don't know if it's on site or off site or what it is, but you do not have to stay there anymore to go. Now, as of today, they are releasing single day tickets.
Okay.
So tickets are on sale and prices are dropping. So stay tuned on whether to buy tickets or not based on the economics of it. But they're offering single day passes, double day passes. I don't know if they're going to be offering beyond that additional discounts or merch bundles or anything like that. But yeah, they moved from the vertical pod experience to the more horizontal normal pod rave. You have to buy 3 tickets. So you can't just buy 1 ticket. Your pod must be 3 people. So it is a minimum of 3 tickets.
So you can buy 3 tickets and have the pod for yourself, though, right?
Yes, but you have to buy 3 tickets.
Yeah, because they have the single day for 60 and the full weekend for 99, and it does say at the bottom minimum 3 people per pod.
All right. Well, they usually do a really throw a party. I'm hoping that they're doing this because they got new rules and regulations in Florida. I mean, now Florida's offering actual clubs are opening up again, so who knows what's going to happen there? I mean,
I think it was smart to scrap the vertical concept because that's more dangerous than just going with the changed restrictions, because we all saw it coming, right? Like the balcony is not going to prevent somebody from
want to jump or try to go to the next balcony.
It's not worth
I didn't even think of that.
It's not worth finding out if one person's that dumb. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I would even be surprised if they try to throw a rope and try to swing from one balcony to the other.
Right. It's not worth the promoter taking on that risk, because even if one person dies or gets hurt, it's over.
Yeah, you're done. You are absolutely done. So
it's not worth it. So I do respect that. I think it was smart to go to the horizontal concept. I think the thing that I'm not a big fan of, and you'll always get the honesty from me, is the pricing structure change. I don't think I don't think that it's the same. I don't know the point in making people stay in the hotel or offering that service if you're just going to throw a normal pod rave. Just throw a normal pod rave. You don't have to be a hospitality person or throw the hospitality element of it if that's not your passion. And honestly, you're taking on a risk that maybe you don't want.
Yeah, because that's what happened with the whole Cascade thing when he was throwing 2 days and then changed the price, and then people were just like, no.
Yeah,
I know that's what they're complaining too, also about just like changing prices. Like a lot of places are like, people bought their tickets first, and then now they're like, the price changed, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, thanks.
I would not be happy with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I can just give my 2 cents on this whole thing, I actually was a fan of the vertical event. Like, I love the idea of being able to party on my balcony. And then when I've had too many to drink, I can just walk right into my room and pass out on my bed. Like that appealed to me. Like it appealed to me.
Monique, you are in the top 10% of intelligence of ravers. That's the thing.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
I completely agree with you. I love the concept as well. It's just you have to, unfortunately, in this society, cater to the lowest common denominator sometimes.
I mean, unless they would have done something where maybe they were like bridging something, so that way it prevents you from jumping.
Balconies.
Like a cage balcony or something. But like to me, like
it, jail edition.
Halloween jail edition. No, but because it's true. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to think about it. Some of us, we've seen it, even at pod events, they come in already and they're already like slammed. Like I've seen people being dragged into Keizo's show already, and I'm just like, wow, dude, the show hasn't even started and you're already like being dragged. So imagine the balcony. Like I know if someone threw a rope, girl, I know I'll be trying to swing from the rope to get to the next one. So
stop it.
I'll be like, catch me outside.
Yeah. No, but I totally agree. I think it's a good move to get away from the balconies. But I think the pod experience should have been somewhere on the grounds of the hotel. So that way, if you had a hotel room that was overlooking it, you can enjoy it from your balcony. But I agree. I think, yeah.
Or even offered like, I don't know if they've ever been there, but even if they had their parking lot, they could have made the parking lot into the pod experience, and then just rented another parking spot for the guests who are staying, and then just had them shuttled in.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I don't want to quote how it's going to be exactly the distance wise. I will say this though, right? If this event doesn't sell out or the rooms don't sell at the hotel, right? The hotel then the rooms become available for general on sale, right? And we've all seen it when you have a hotel have a resort takeover, but some of the rooms are being rented by normies.
Those poor people.
Yes.
So and home base has done that before. I've been there. That was the first year I did home base. They rented it out to families and kids, and they were not happy about it. And that was home base for EDC Orlando.
Mom, why is that guy wearing a onesie?
But yeah, I think it's strange because I know home base and their name and their brand is based off this concept of stay where you play. It's home base, but I know that guy Brian Thomas, he is so good at throwing parties, and that's his passion. Is he wants to throw lit parties. He's good at it. And so when you add in the hospitality concept, but if that's not your like passion, you should go with what you know. And he throws good parties. I've never been to a bad home base party.
Yeah, it's like Groove Cruise, but no rocking the boat, basically. Home base does a really good job of what they do.
To add to the boat thing, you know what? To the Vertical Concepts defense, because there is a rave doing the Vertical Concept in South Carolina called Rave. They have a couple like East Coast artists like Schlump, Mersive, Manic Focus. They're doing the Vertical Concept as well. I would say in that, or what was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train of thought.
No worries, happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Vertical concept happening.
But yeah.
It's okay. But yeah, at least they're going to still have an event. I hope they get their things together with it. I hope they have an amazing party. They're going to throw an amazing party no matter what it is. And thank you for letting us dream about this event of people being on balconies and partying. I'm happy we're not going to see it though, because that still scares me.
We will in South Carolina.
Ravers are, not to be rude, but most ravers are stupid.
I mean, isn't Ulta having their first rave back in Taiwan also this weekend?
They are?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Is that this weekend? I know Keizo is flying over and has to quarantine for 14 days. So,
is it this weekend or is it next weekend?
I don't know if it's this soon. I think it's in the middle of November.
All right. Well, talk about next weekend. I mean, we have White Rabbit Halloween still happening, right?
Yes. Until the fire update, it is happening. So stay tuned on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have an
also,
escape.
Halloween, isn't that happening in Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah, Arizona has a 3-night.
Yeah, so there's 3 events happening in Arizona this weekend, all by Relentless Beats. The first day, the second day, I know Halloween is Euro, and Claptone is Sunday, but the first day, I don't remember.
Yeah, Sunday, November 1st is Claptone, Moon Boots, Noizu, Black V-Neck. Then for Friday, it's Borgor, Monks, Carbon, Medicine Mike.
Friday is the heavy dubstep, Borgor.
And then Halloween night, it's Dioro, Party Favor, Wookie, and EPB.
Moon Boots. I'll be there for Moon Boots. I wish I'd be there for Moon Boots. Moon Boots.
That's on Sunday.
Moon Boots is amazing. Last time I saw him was at Hard Summer. It was great. Best time. Okay.
But for the people out there who, have not been able to secure tickets to any of these events, what virtual events can we tell them about that they're going to be able to look forward to this Halloween?
Escape.
Yes.
Pasquale's going to do an Escape virtual rave happening. Remember like when we were first in the Rona, we had the Escape, the raves like that? Do it again. Do it for Halloween. We'll have Escape and some candy that you can't give the kids and a lot of drinking in my own house. It's going to be great.
And tickets go on sale on Thursday too. So
Thursday for next year's Escape.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm picking that up. I'm gonna the pre-sale for next year's Escape is this Thursday. And that's another one I'm gonna put down for next year. I will be at, because that would be that again, biggest Halloween party in the world is in San Bernardino, which is ridiculous, but I love it. And I've been doing it I lived out there a couple of years. I love that event. That's a really fun event.
Yeah,
and they're changing the theme, so it isn't going to be like Psycho Circus. It looks like they're going to bring in like a witch doctor.
Yeah. I'm excited. I hope they bring that skeleton that used to move. That one was
the stage was
the best thing ever. That was the best thing ever.
You remember that stage?
That stage was freaking
No, dude, that's not right to do with those people. That's not right.
I'm like, stop it. And also Forbidden Kingdom's going on sale Thursday too.
That's the one in Florida, right?
Yes. So Insomniac and
Did they say if that was going to be on the passport, Marvin? No, right?
I have not asked that question yet, but
find
probably
out.
someone already did it.
I'll find it. I'll look on Instagram for you
I
guys.
wouldn't doubt it though. I mean they added Okeechobee, whatever that thing's called. If I said it right or wrong.
Okeechobee, yeah.
Yeah, they added that. So I mean I couldn't see why not.
They need to put me on a passport and I'll start talking about it.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Me, Monique, and Kelly need passports. Olu, you need one too?
He's good. He's happy in Arizona. He goes every week.
Huh?
That's right, yeah. So until me, Monique, Kelly, and Olu get the passport. Precious, you got it too. Until me, Monique, Olu, Precious, and Kelly get passports, y'all hook it up.
Hook it up.
I'll pay the money. Just let me have it.
Just give it to me.
All right, guys. Is there any other news that we want to cover?
No, I think we good. We right on
there's
time
one
too.
thing that I do want to mention. So EDC Mexico has announced that it will be taking place in April of next year. I think it's April 16th, 17th, and 18th of 2021. So tickets are on sale. And if you have been following us at the Festival Addicts, you know we all love EDC Mexico. We hate the traffic, but we love going to EDC Mexico. So
wait, those tickets are on sale right now?
Yes, they
I think
are.
so. Yeah.
There is on our website, and I'll be sure to reshare it on Facebook, a old article with top 10 tips for EDC Mexico that I wrote maybe like 9 months back. Those tips still apply. Add, some COVID considerations, but we're pretty much experts, guys. If you need anything on EDC Mexico, ask any of us. We all know.
I'm buying my ticket right now, actually, since you said that.
And so
that's just the one that I would have went this year, but I couldn't find my damn passport. So I know where it's at now, and I will be there.
Always a great time. All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to bring up?
No.
All right. I want to thank you guys all. Huh?
Designate a sober driver, guys, please.
Oh, yeah. This weekend. Very important. Make sure you have a sober driver. Oh, yeah. And also, because of the state of our country, Election Day is happening next Tuesday. So we will not be having a live show on Tuesday, but we will be releasing a recording of our show that we will air next week. So if you need a distraction, we will host a watch party that day, and you can, watch our pre-recorded show for next week to give you a couple laughs if we can give it to you. So that's going to be the big thing. So you can look for that next Tuesday. Alrighty, I think that wraps everything up. I want to thank you guys all for being on the show, and thank you everybody out there for watching us. And before we adjourn, everybody, let's tell them where we can find you on social media. We'll start with you, Marvin.
Marvino05 on Instagram.
All right, and Pooja?
Pooja Shenanigans on Instagram.
And Boss Man.
I'm at Your Mocha Princess on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yay!
I said Boss Man. I can say my own Instagram.
Oh no,
So
I'm just gonna steal yours. I'm gonna be our Mocha Princess from here on out.
Marvin, you can be awesome.
If you want to follow our Boss Man, he is at Fat Black and Awesome.
Yeah.
And Mr. Producer.
You can find me at OluBPM on Instagram.
And if you haven't already checked out our YouTube, our Twitter, our Instagram, our Twitch, our Pinterest, our everything, our Spotify, we are on everything. And definitely use our hashtag Festival Addicts 247 and post your Halloween costumes. I know we haven't made that a big deal this week, but it is Halloween week, and Halloween is actually on Saturday. So if you are going to any of these events, please dress up. post your pictures, tag us, and maybe you'll see yourself featured in our fan appreciation video that we do. So definitely keep that in mind. And thank you guys, everyone. And we hope you have a wonderful time this weekend. And we'll see you all in a couple weeks.
Have fun. Have a good Halloween.
Deuces.
Happy Halloween.
Boo.
Stay out of my swamp.
All right, Shrek.
Drink and drive.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.